Are you going to agree? Our freedoms are waning and we'll lose our liberty, slipping one by one until there's nothing left to see. Are you willing to stand with me? Are you just going to let it be? The ranchers are first, but brother, next it may be me. We all stand together or we'll hang separately. Are you going to the tree? Are you willing to be free? It won't get any easier to regain lost liberty. Strange things are happening in this land that once was free. So brother, I ask you, are you going to stand by me?
All right, there we go. Okay, where did we leave off? Oh yeah, what brought me back? About a year ago, a little over a year ago, an incident occurred. I'm not sure how much I can go into it because of confidentiality, but an incident occurred that is a matter of public record, so I know I can share this. That my sister, who has some mental problems, um, she was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. She started down the road of addiction, and she felt the need to use drugs in front of her kids. So instead of doing like a lot of parents do, just doing it and not worrying about it, my sister cared enough about her kids to call health and welfare and tell them that her feelings, that she felt like doing drug in front of her kids and that they needed to take them because she didn't think she was fit to care for them anymore. Well, they went into the system. Took me 20 phone calls and all over the city to find out where they were at. But when I did, I went to the office and I attempted to get them. Well, just because of circumstances, I'm kind of a broke guy. I got 9 kids myself, ranging from 1 to 15. And I was worried a bit. It was really close to Christmas. I'm sure everybody feels the pinch at Christmas, but I was feeling it especially. And then, so I went and I said I wasn't sure if I could financially take care of them or not. Well, instead of offering me assistance to help me somehow to be able to make it so that the kids could stay with family, instead they decided that they wanted what they call fast track, or um, or you have to be a licensed foster care parent to be able to take your own family in, um, which I'm not neither here nor there on that, but I can see a need for it. But anyways, we did what we were supposed to do, but we weren't fast tracked, by their own words. Okay, so and I'm not sure how much I can share because of confidentiality stuff. I don't want to get myself in trouble. This is a public video, but we immediately began visits with my nieces and nephew. Um, they they were here every weekend. You know, everything seemed to be going fine until one of them mentioned some things that I wasn't too comfortable with. We'll just put it that way. And I attempted to contact a caseworker to possibly investigate these claims or these stories that I was being told. Her kids do tend to make stuff up sometimes for attention, so I wanted to do my due diligence and not make a big deal out of something that wasn't. She said she'd make a few phone calls, but there was nothing for me to worry about, and that I didn't need to worry about it. So I kept trying to contact her for over 2 weeks, and that didn't work. So I went in, and I was kind of emotional, but I wanted to be taken seriously, and I didn't understand the whole process of that you call like a 411 number or something like that to report abuse. I didn't understand that whole process, and I didn't know if I wanted that whole thing to go on because I wasn't sure if they were where the stories were coming from. But anyways, they did an investigation where the guy left the state that was subject to the investigation. The caseworker didn't meet my satisfactions, let's just say. Didn't appreciate the way I was treated, or my family treated. So their answer to me making allegations was to strip us of visits. We didn't have visits with the kids for quite a while, with some lies that she made up to follow the investigation. At first, after they wanted to make sure we weren't coaching, so 10 days after the claim was filed, or the allegation was filed, there you go, we couldn't see the kids, which was fine. I understand they want to make sure they get the true story and that there's no coaching going on like I would coach them. But anyways, and if I would have, there would have been a heck of a lot more detail than what they were telling me. But anyways, I'd never do that. But they accused me of that. And actually my daughter, at the time she was 14 years old, that we were convincing them to say this stuff. Why? I don't know. But anyways, we fought and we fought, and we got an attorney, which hasn't really done a lot for us. But so I decided what I was going to do is I was going to investigate it. I've had a few incidences with the law where I was able to investigate the law and find out they were wrong. I should not have been charged with that charge. That they were making stuff up. They were twisting the facts to make their case, and it was wrong. Okay, so I decided to try to attack this the same way. And boy, the CPS is evil, man, evil. Now, I'm not saying everybody in it's evil. There's a lot of good people in there. And actually, when this dealings with it, it's just been one that's been the main problem. The rest of them, our caseworker, the foster care classes you take, they called that pride classes. Both of them loved us, actually said something to the effect of wise beyond his years, wish that we could have recorded some of the conversations for later use. Another one, great input, loved you sharing in class. My situation with the foster parents and stuff, and the trauma I went through being in foster care, and how the other foster parents that are in the class can deal with this. Anyways, I started getting on YouTube. I never knew anything. I knew about YouTube, but I didn't really, I don't know, just I had other stuff to do. But anyways, so I started getting on it first with my wife's account or whatnot, and checking this stuff out. Well, it scared me, and I did find some things that I am gonna use, but basically I found that there is no oversight when it comes to this. This one caseworker has the power. She's already openly stated that she will not place the kids with us. But see, she's lost a little bit of her power because there's another caseworker that deals with the permanency. So we're dealing with her now. She's young. I think this is her first case. She seems like a good girl to me. Moral, I hope, moral. And that fight is going on. But in all that, I also was kind of led to find other things. First, let me go ahead and get into my spiritual beliefs so I can explain this better. I don't believe in religion. I believe that religion is one of the devil's greatest tools to separate God's people. We're arguing over stupid little things, whether we believe in this, that, or the other thing. If we all believe in God, and we believe in, love God with all your heart and treat your brother as you would yourself, then the rest of the little stuff, it's like in the Patriot movement. Everybody has their issues, and not everybody believes what everybody else believes, but that's okay. That's what makes it great. That's what makes God great, is that there's a bunch of different issues in there that we can discuss, and we can fulfill our faith better, and maybe find out we're wrong. We believe something that was wrong. And please, anytime, if in anything I say, if I'm wrong, please tell me. I mean, back it up with some facts. I'm not just going to take an opinion, but please tell me. I don't want to walk around saying stupid stuff. but it's not true. But anyways, God kind of guided me through these YouTube videos. The more I got into it, the more I got into, the different conspiracy theories I thought at the time. And, Waco, Ruby Ridge, 9/11, the Oklahoma City bombing, all that stuff. And I started to investigate it more and more, and just it was overwhelming, quite overwhelming. I've since JFK, when I was a kid, I never really got into any conspiracy theories. Okay, but all this was very overwhelming for me, and I was wondering why I was being sent this way. I mean, because it was just random videos that I'd watch. Okay, well, anyways, it led me to quite a few videos, and it raised emotion in me, and I wanted to do something because I know that I have ability. I don't know where my ability is best used, but I know that I have an ability to talk a lot. But anyways, and I wanted to try to step up somehow, but I didn't know how. So I've done a few things with the right to travel. I'm actually fighting a case right now with that, and another case that I'm the victim in. But anyways, we won't go into that right now. But anyways, so I started looking at this stuff and started thinking, what can I do? These protests, a lot of these protests are really financially out of my reach. I mean, I got a decent truck that's way better than what I deserve. But, and it gets decent gas mileage, but $50 can make and break us sometimes from month to month. So anyways, I got onto a video. Pete Santilli. And it was one of his old videos, but he was yelling and screaming about, patriots, get off your asses and do something. Get out there. I don't care what you do. Get out there. Boots on the ground. Do something. Well, the Burns thing came up. And I thought, well, this is a good stand to make. So I went up for the protest. Okay. Me and my 14-year-old daughter went up there for the protest. And my brother. And, my brother, he's been more awake and he's been more in this fight than I have been. And other people in my life have been too, but I would put them off. I wouldn't, when they bring this stuff up, I was just, yeah, whatever, go into all that. And so they just kind of stopped talking to me about it. And then when I started talking about it, they're like, oh, hey, look, Robert, I got, here, let me show you this, let me show you that. And they started showing me paperwork from FBI experts. These guys aren't just some crackpots. These guys are experts. They were employed by the FBI. They were employed by these people, ATF. These guys are whistleblowers. And why would they lie? I mean, they lost their job over telling this story. So why would they do it just to lose their job? To be discredited, to be called a fool, to be called a conspiracy theorist? I don't think so. So I started believing it more. So we made a determination. We were gonna go to Burns. Me, my brother, and my daughter. And I loaded up my truck, put up these flags. When I say that they're battle flags, it's because they were in Burns, buddy. Both of those running on the back of my truck the whole time I was there. If you look through the media, you'll see my truck. You'll see me in this hat and actually in that jacket. I don't know if you can see it. But anyways, and I didn't want any media attention though, because I had this custody thing going on with my sister's kids, and they're having a problem because I already have 6 kids. To add 3 more, that's going to be 9. That's going to be too much for us to bear. I swear to you, my kids are the love of my life. And to add 3 more beautiful kids, it's a blessing. There's troubles, when they're all in a bad mood, all crying or something. But in the end, it's the biggest blessing I could get in the world. And 3 more to love, even better. They love me, I love them. We can make each other happy, and we do. I mean, they're wonderful little kids. I mean, my sister, for all of her problems, she did pretty good with those 3. I mean, they have their problems, don't get me wrong, but they're really good kids. They really are. Sometimes I wonder if they're better than my kids. I'll tell you, they say please and thank you a lot more than my kids. But anyways, my time's about up. And I think I was rambling a little bit of this video. I'm going to look back at it and see if I'm rambling too much. I tend to do that. See ya.